Do another video on Moxes Cards. Today we are going to be ranking every single starter Pokemon. We're only doing the base forms. I'm going to do final forms, megas, all that good stuff in a later video. But I don't want this video to be an hour long, so we're just going to jump right into it with Bulbasaur. A tier for sure. He's my favorite of the Gen 1 starters. He's not quite elite. I think they're all a little basic looking, but I think that's what makes them good and gives them their charm. Yeah, not a lot to say about Bulbasaur. He's iconic. He's great. Charmander, gotta put him in B. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna put Squirtle in B as well. I like both of them. I don't know if I could pick one of the two, but I like both of them, and they're both iconic. Same with what I said about Bulbasaur. They're both very basic, which is kind of what it's going for. And they're great. They're great. They're iconic. Chikorita. I like Chikorita more than most people do. But just compared to all the other starters, Chikorita's got to go D tier. I like the dinosaur thing. I like the leaf on the head. I like how it spins the leaf around, but it's nothing special compared to the rest of the starters. Cyndaquil, easy A tier. He's great. I just love him. I love the snout. I love the little arms. I love everything about Cyndaquil. I don't really know how much more detail I can go into. This is my first video kind of like this, so it's going to be a little rough, but it's all, we're just getting started off. It'll get better. Videos will get better as we go. Let's go to Totodile. S tier. Easy. Top 3 Pokemon of all time. No doubt in my mind. Always been one of my favorites, if not my favorite. He's perfect in every way. That's all I have to say about him. Trico, A tier. He's cool. And a lizard. I like that. A tier. Torchic. Probably gonna go B tier. Just a bird, but a really cool bird. I like Torchic. He's nice. Mudkip, A tier. Not a lot of words. I love him. I love the color scheme. I love the fins. I don't think they could have done Mudkip much better. Turtwig, B tier. He's cool. Probably my favorite Gen 4 starter. I didn't love any of the starters too much, though. I don't love the yellow going on. I like the green and the brown. I don't love the yellow. Chimchar, probably my least favorite of that group. He's just a fire monkey. He's cool and all, but not my cup of tea. Piplup. Shoot. It's hard not to put him in B tier with Turtwig, but I don't know. I just think he's a little overrated. I like penguins. Penguins are awesome, but Piplup, he's cool too. He's cute. He's amazing. Piplup is all these Pokemon I think are pretty good, except for maybe a couple of them. But I'm ranking them compared to each other here, so I gotta put Piplup C tier. Snivy. Snivy's cool. Kind of reminds me of Trico, just not as good. And I think it's almost too cool, dominant looking to be just like a starter. So I'm going to throw him in the C tier. And he will be the highest of those starters. I'm going to put Tepig there too. Tepig is cute. That's what they're going for. And I think he could have turned out great. It's just hard to put him higher, knowing what he turns into. I'm trying to put all that bias stuff aside, but unfortunately, I can't really do that. Tepig's cool though. I love Tepig. Not enough to go above C tier though. Oshawott, probably the weakest of the 3. I just think they could have done better with him. I love what he turns into. Spoiler alert for one of the next videos. But they could have done a lot better with him, I think. Chespin, E. Actually, F. Chessman's going in the F tier. I don't like him. I just don't like him. D and up, I don't like F tier. If you're in the F tier, I don't like you. That's just how it is. I don't like him. So that's where he goes. Because I don't like him. Fennec foxes are like my favorite animal. But I think they could have done a lot better, which is why I'm going to put him in B. I also, it's another thing similar to Tepig. I don't love what it turned into, but what can you do? Fennekin's cool. B tier. Froakie. Frogs are cool. I like frogs. But not enough to go above C tier, just because I like everyone above them more. Let's see what we got next. Rowlet. Rowlet's kind of overrated, but he's cool. Don't get me wrong, he's cool, but he's kind of overrated. D tier. I like the whole ball thing. I like how he turns his head. I like what he turns into. I like him. I like everything about Rowlet. There's nothing I love. D tier. Litten. Also, I think not very great for a starter, but I'm going to put Litten down there with Rowlet. Below Rowlet, though. I like Rowlet more. Litten is just a cat. I don't love the color scheme. I mean, the color scheme's cool. I don't love it. I don't like at all what he turns into, and I don't love these whiskers here, how big they are. Don't like it. But I like Litten. D tier. Gonna get hate for this one. Popplio's A tier. And if I don't find another S tier, I might move him up, actually. I might move him up. We'll think about it. We'll see. Popplio's amazing. Anyone who doesn't like Popplio is lying. Just everything about him. Look at him. He's so cute. He is what I want in a starter. Right there. Perfect. S tier. Grookey. I don't really like Grookey all that much. Just trying to think, do I like these guys more than Grookey? I mean, I do, but how much? We'll leave Grookey in D for now. I don't want Chessman to be all alone down in F, though, so I'm sure we'll find someone to join him. I found someone to join him. Score Money. Don't like him. Incredibly overrated. Worst starter that... Actually, I don't know. Yeah, worst starter of that group. And he was the most loved. Him and Grookey were the most loved. I don't mess with it. Not... I really don't like the bandage, the yellow bandage over his nose. Or the E. I just don't like him. I just don't like him. F tier. Let's see if I can find someone to join him. I don't think anyone's going to be joining him today, though. Sobble. He's up here, for sure. He reminds me a lot of Mudkip. Except No, I like Mudkip's color scheme better. I don't like how Sobble's always crying. I mean, I get that's in the name Sobble. He was my starter. I picked him. I loved him. He was great. But I don't think he compares with everyone above him, so I'm going to put him B tier. Sobble, B tier. Where are we? Sprigatito. I'm not going to do Eevee and Pikachu, by the way, or any of those. Sprigatito. It's a cool cat. I like it. Similar to Rowlet, though. I don't love anything about it. You know what? It's got personality in those eyes, though. I think that's something that I really pick up on. Like, look at these eyes. Except Cyndaquil, he doesn't really have eyes. But these eyes have personality. I know Oshawott and Mudkip are like the exact same, but you know what I mean. You can see like there's nothing going on behind there, but that's his personality. Oshawott's kind of just there. I like the personality in Sprigatito's eyes. I know it's a small little thing, but it's cool. C tier. Fuecoco. We got our last S tier here. I he's similar to Totodile, which I think is a reason I love him so much. The yellow box works on Fuecoco in a way it didn't work with Scorbunny. It finally wasn't a bipedal fire starter, and that's what we needed, I think. And it's great, it's amazing, and I love him so much. If I could have any Pokemon as a pet, it might be Fuecoco. I like everything about Rowlet. Nothing I love about Rowlet. I love everything about Fuecoco. Everything. 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 Finally, we got Quaxley. He's alright. I like a duck. I like ducks a lot. I don't like the hairdo. I don't like ducks. I love ducks. My bad. I love ducks. Don't love the hairdo. Yeah. Other than that, I think this is a pretty solid list. I mean, I know it's a solid list. It's my list. And I know people are like, oh, everyone has their opinion. No, this is the right list. If you have a list that looks anything other than this, you're wrong. Come at me in the comments. I want to hear it. Adios.